name is Rick. Welcome to episode 12 of my Sunless Sea Zubmariner Let's Plays. When we last left off, my captain had just given up on a sudden search for sea beasts, and instead had ordered his submarine to dive under the waters just outside of London for the first time. Let's see what he finds. Maybe it's Low Barnett. Well, let's just go over here then. And go underwater. Going underwater. Oh, we found something. I'm so surprised. I totally did not know that was there. It is Low Barnett. And I like these guys. These guys are fun. Hello. I pretty clearly clicked the dock button there. Whatever. Low Barnett, a sunken church with docking ports. Sediment has built up against the lower walls, and long ago choked neglected crypts and crooked tombstones. The interior is sealed, yet the deep peals of the tower's bell can be felt even through a submarine hull. I can deliver a wandering parson. This is in fact where he wanted to go. I can explore the church, trade stories, witness a contest of stories, and that's it. Well, you know, if he wanted to go here, deliver a wandering parson. He presses close to a porthole as we dock. Low Barnett, he murmurs, the gate to the deeps. Call to worship. You'll hear tales here from distant trenches of the Untersee, and some of them might even be true. But the strangest ones are jealously guarded. Light from the dock glints in his eye. Hidden mysteries and pliant listeners. He glances at you, then gathers his luggage. Won't you join me below for a while? An explorer could learn much of value here. Well, that sounds like an invitation. Explore the church. What goes on here? What brings its congregation together? Submarine services. There is no pulpit. The organ has bent, broken pipes. But Low Barnett is still a house of worship of a sort. Groups of sailors gather in the aisles. The choir benches are clean and face a makeshift stage. Lantern-eyed fish pass behind colorful windows of stained glass. The door to the bell tower is guarded by two burly vergers. The tridents are a nice touch. Trident is a weapon. It's a three-pointed spear. And it's associated with water, so it's indeed nice touch. Trade stories with the congregation. Your appearance and bearing attract attention. They are eager for new tales. Can I try? I can try. I cannot, however, do anything, because I do not have any stories of the underwater, and that's the only kind they care about. At Low Barnett, everyday animosities are set aside in the pursuit of a fine tale. Hungarian traders mingle with Royal Navy deserters, rum-addled pirates, and rubbery men. There's an air of anticipation and a tolerance for embellishment. Rubbery men are these strange, aquatic, humanoid-ish kind of creatures. I don't know what they are exactly. They have something to do with one of the strange powers of the Neath that brought them here. Again, I don't play Fallen London, so if any Fallen Londoners want to tell me about rubbery men, go for it. Witness a contest of stories. The congregation is gathered beneath the altar. A sermon? But there seem to be two preachers. A voluble visitor tells of the Sideways Regiment, a plunderous legion of trained crabs. First, they present a mighty collective shell. Then comes the onslaught of 1,000 nippers. Why, I only escaped thanks to a timely cloud of ink from my squid, which I befriended for precisely such an occasion. The unlikely story wins the acclaim of the congregation. Whilst her rival slumps, disappointed, the visitor waves her top hat and processes to the bell tower. Its doors close behind her. I can ask about the competition, follow her into the bell tower, go about your business. Well, let's follow her into the bell tower. What's in there? Wild riches? Or just a good buffet? Not on the list. The two surly vergers block your approach to the door. I wonder, do they cross their tridents in a dramatic fashion? Because that would be cool. One points back at the congregation. Only winners allowed, he grunts. Next one soon. Okay. What kind of contest is won by nonsensical lies about crabs? A regular listener. You approach an apprehensive seaman who is staring into the distance, perhaps imagining marching ranks of crustaceans. You ask what happened here. The competition? The best story wins. Captain says it's all in the delivery, but you need a fine yarn to spin, too. When you inquire about the winner's reward, his gaze turns wistful. If they're lucky, they get taken up. Wish I had a story to tell. Taken up, you say? Go about your business. The congregation is breaking up for now. Chimes. A few souls linger, gazed at the closet doors of the bell tower. You have just turned away when you hear the sonorous bong of the bell within. Its peals repeat every few seconds before becoming abruptly muffled, then finally silent. An excited murmur runs through the congregation. Although you keep an eye on the bell tower door, the winner does not emerge. So, winners come in, but they don't come out again? The bell rings, and then it becomes abruptly muffled? Well, that's kind of strange. Anyone else here think that's strange? No? You're used to that? Okay. So I can't participate. I am done here. Do they have shops? They have shops, but they buy and sell in stories of tales of terror and memories of distant shores, which I don't have that many of. We're free. Let's go hunt those Z-beasts. Woohoo! Anything cool out here? Any free fuel? Part of my plan is to use lifebirds as a source of fuel and supplies to sort of stock up along the way of the journey. And I thought this was going to as well. I mean, there's usually a thing, but there's not. That's why I'm leaving. I could have sworn we saw something on the way down. It moved. Alright. Where are we? Okay. Let's go talk to some fine people. We missed these guys last time around, and we have the something awaits us we need. Hunter's Keep, a hump of dark rocks swathed in mist, like 100 other undersea islands. I can take luncheon with one of the sisters. Let's do it. Do I have any preference with which one? Not right now. I'm just going with the first. Luncheon with the sisters, Cynthia. Cynthia's the eldest. Melancholy, pensive, occasionally dramatic. There's some sort of weird tie-in between the sisters and the gods of the sea. And so one clearly represents salt, one represents storm, and so on. There's a fourth god, or a fifth, depending on which ones you count, or how you count them. Mr. Eaton, apparently. You got that guy that lives under the ocean. SpongeBob SquarePants, obviously, I'm referring to. Alright, luncheon with Cynthia. Cynthia grasps your arm and whispers to you. Her eyes are wide and blue. Her hair is wild and tangled. Bats might nest in it. It seems to you that you are listening on a hillside above a wide blue lake, listening to a story of murder, an axe, a net, blood on scented water. Another chop? Cynthia asks. You've barely touched your food here. Here, I'll have the maid wrap something up for you. You can't be hungry. It's not safe to be hungry. I've gained a terror, a tale of terror. I've gained the supplies. I'm now acquainted with the Sisters of Hunter's Keep. I've lost a little hunger. Iron remains unchanged, but I have Gods of the Z, Salt's attention, which is what I was really after. There are no shops. I'm not going to spend my news here. I think I can get more for it somewhere else. I can still reconnoiter the island. Plunging cliffs, soft green lawns, a well tucked away in a fold of the grounds. Anything else? The sea's silence. Ships rarely come here. Nothing changes, even the weather. The house is the heart of the isle. The house and the sisters. But the Admiralty may be happy to know that nothing's changed, at least. Yep, got a port report. Let's go. Oh, where are we? I want to go to Venderbight. Think there's anything under the ocean between us and there? Well, too bad. We're already running out of fuel. We're down to 6. I'm going to refuel in Venderbight, which is just absurd. Oh, these bats. I don't like them. Let's see. Gather up the corpses or dispose of the corpses. Ah, yum yum. They are succulent with stolen blood into the pot. You've gained the supplies, you've gained terror. Well, our terror is pretty low. And we may not be going very far. I would like to go far, but it depends on the lifebirds. Can we get lots of supplies from them? I mean, look at this. We left with a full hold, and we already have a need to buy fuel. We can just bop back and forth to Venderbight or whatever it takes, which is increasingly becoming the plan. Alright, bats. Sighted bat swarm. Oh, it just seems like a waste of time. Well, no, they're so close. May as well start off the journey with a few free supplies. And off to Venderbight to finally seriously unload our haul. We've been carrying all this wine all the way from the Isle of Cats. No, that is silly. As is my driving. But we made it. Seriously, you don't want my driving. Anyways, provide what you have promised. The tomb colonists of Venderbight have a few pleasures remaining. I'm just curious, how do zombies have fun? How do mummies have fun? I don't think there's any vampires here. These guys are all falling apart. I can provide wine. Your former passenger waits on dock. They've brought friends, thirsty friends. Or I can provide wine and join the celebration. Your former passenger and their friends would be delighted if you'd raise a glass with them. Party with zombies and mummies? I mean, I know they're not really that, but, you know, look at the illustration they provide. They're tomb colonists. They're all wrapped up in bandages and stuff. Maybe it hurts their feelings to call them mummies, but I feel like they've kind of brought that on themselves. You know what? I have nothing against dining with the dead, I guess. Let's go have a party. Let's see what these guys have to say or do. A hiatus. You are somewhere dark. Something happened. There are moths. What are all these things? What are all these things? You brought wine to Venderbight and drank it with your passenger. You have gained 5 terror. You now have 2 lamentable relics. You have gained an outlandish artifact. You now have 1 Sooth and Cooper long box. You've gained a tale of terror. You have a devil bone dice. You've lost a crew, which, oh no, we're running a little low now. And we've lost the wine, which, so we opened up the hull and then we filled it up again a little. That was fun. I knew there was some kind of fun payoff there. I didn't know exactly what was going to happen. We need, we need to buy fuel. The cost is just irrelevant at this point. That's really not enough to get us very far, but I'm hoping to go kill a couple lifebirds. Oh, you know. Let's see. Can't drop off a tomb colonist. My recent news is worth more than $10. Echoes. I need that wine. I didn't mean to keep all this foxfire candles. In fact, let's get rid of one. Oh, but we still have all of the tomb colony of Venderbight. Someone is trying to get your attention. Assist a specialized collector. A weak call for help. Explore Venderbight. Visit the first curator. Gather gossip. Oh, well, I don't know which one of these is going to close up if I do it. One of the tomb colonists takes an obvious interest in your crew, specifically the cloudery air. Voiceless. The tomb colonist draws you a little way away from the cloudery air. Don't tell her you met me, he says in a hoarse rasp. Oh wait, hang on, I can do this. Her mother cut my voice. Hoped to fix so I wouldn't be able to look for my daughter. So I wouldn't want to, he wheezes. Didn't work. Operation's never completely effective. Need to know my daughter's well. Happy. Finding enough patients. Getting enough to eat and so forth. In exchange for the simplest news, he explains himself. I'm her father, he says. Ordinary engineer. Not the sort of parent she would want. If you wish to tell the heir about this encounter, you can do so by speaking with her. Oh, what else you got? Assist a specialized collector. A dapper gentleman lounges by a dry fountain, admiring a frost moth, with a predatory gleam in his eyes. Would you help him find the quarry of a lifetime? I don't know exactly what a frost moth is, but apparently they're frightening in large numbers. So, if this guy is someone who admires something that's dangerous, then we need to talk to him, I guess, for what sense that makes. A man of pins and the jar. A dapper gentleman lounges by a dry fountain. A man of pins and the jar. With a satisfied nod towards your ship, the Incomparable Aurelian slips the frost moth into a killing jar. He explains as the pale blue wings beat against the glass. You've been beneath the waves, I see. And I trust you've seen tyrant moths as well? As a matter of fact, I have not. If you enjoyed this episode, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. What's the downside? A comment or a like is a good way to let me know it. If you'd like to support my small channel, tell a friend. Anyone that likes steampunk, Victorian England, or audiobooks might like this. Thanks for watching.